Okay, so once again, it's in Chiane, and Nase, near the Mobibia, we're joining you right here on this particular platform, Pinaxtv. So, currently, we are getting the news, okay? And finally, you can just put it this way, say, the NDC or perhaps the National Democratic Congress is getting the vital thing here to go after Dr. Bawumia. Now, we all know, say, Dr. Bawumia, the issue, the issue which has to do with, say, yebe convicting or anase scandals are ekosono, mubi anase mubi no. It has been something akoswache. And finally, ka say obi edin sembia babe tuja say onu ankasa o pa mbit maka so onu ankasa so na oye MPP ni or charge the team oral operation recover all loot, and also the necessary agencies that Attorney General any one more omu prosecute your friend is saying won't to me any abroad any all the people are omu believe say these people might be at the end of the day a criminal offense or charge omu say they should go after Dr. Bawumia. So why is this particular person saying this? And at the internet at this particular crucial time, on this same way about Tuja. Now, this whole thing is stemming from Insema Nano, Dr. Bawumia Oduko Tuja. And all parties say he's apologizing to Ghanaians. Famamo Bonia on the former boss Akufo-Addo. Omo ye yana so mu di Ghana force with so much bad governance. Na eno enameno ka say Solomon Owusu edin sembia babe tuja or party say onim de nti akra oral for etiho, because this particular Dr. Bawumia, if he is saying say why bia boa party no ni ade na fe di o pa chewa yem bisa ne say eba ne sen because na onye adwuma bia de bia wo se mahama onye hwe. All he's done in his life is being a public servant, from assemblyman to president. Into government na born ho kasa, but who now just a common banker no unye ska we hin ekoto 124 pickups and a party no at that particular time na pickup back could be $60,000. Bawumia brand bit trim. Now we will not even go further to talk more. You can share this particular video involved. When we come back from we move straight into other details, because there's other justifications. Say any day here they jailed a president for 27 years. So if a president of a country or more population here almost 500 million have been jailed, at the internet Bawumia any Akufo-Addo amoteho, they should come and explain to us.
Maybe the OSP a petition, because you see, you may be on office or your campaign, but it's so dangerous. So also to me donated 300 pickups, brand new Navara. And the boy could be a board who are less than $60,000. Yeah, mathematics are not pay. Yeah. If more or less divide, if less more divide, okay. 60,000 times 300, $18 million. Bawumia say, what we dash $18 million. Are you not scandalized by it? So, how many donate? Young father say, oh, I don't for this man. Okay. But under our Political Parties Act, Obia discover and that's what the child also we indicate. Ya wahaya nieka, ana mimi yeka se, okoje Ford, ura mahamba koje Ford, ebe be so ase meboa. Entisi ya o mampenia be die kire a o ye campaign na o kata so no de single-handedly otumi donate 300 pickups e ma campaigner. Na ye wo Ghana Revenue Authority, ye wo OSP, ye wo Yoko na mudimi friend na so man we so what dying for. You're so serious. Now, Ebio, what say your friend say, Bonnie Omoya any nyina eba omobabi wa NCBO. Ya to abawi how many months ni? Nya boso me nwatweni. I say e konkunu. Die pa no hu die adwuma no maye ntia office amenu no say adwuma di so mo no mo. Omoye ya no mo start so be campaign for the next election. Ya to about African mayo. And a party no campaign say Ghana for one some beto abamo no hey na wonu hu a go for di boni ene won dumi na lead campaign e na no no dey zemuni no na e bra obi ase na say party wonu hu a an elected officer who na the regional chairman of a party do you take size? That's already na go good party no enti social power say other candidates no e win here one out regional how you going to work with them.
Leave them to worry about that.
No, I say on the topic here, but maybe my topic here.
And so we jam on.
Oh, did you make jam or say yeah, Namia Roma?
Oh, the candidate in our in any mama no Lucia. How is he going to help the other candidate to win? Make us I know the party as and
that is a mistake we are making under Article 55. No, political parties are public institutions. Say I'm sure more internal structures, you know. Any democratic practices no anko ya affect your money na okay we are regional chairman and also your constituency executive wo ho mo bia sort ya say yi animu mani pa baako
okay
we are sanwa odi nchichemu to obi a woni usai bia how would you organize a region now I'm very surprised say candidate na odi animu yesa no the candidate does not find it wrong.
The upper chow yeah. In two says the upper one chow nine one.
And one yeah. Shall we do baby? Essence of one him say any and into say. Shall no be and share bonnet and go for a campaign that a man of a bonnet and found to a bench and go on. Some go for the kind of motion in our bonnet and see plus the a man by 100 years in opposition. So I say, and go ye back cry. And what tea go for now so. Me no ka say what to amena e wo rich $97 million sab bon en go punishment just say
so Louis sab boni a wo bo ni nyina sika wo
yes
and ye musi aban no so say ora
na dey na me dey tell wo no I told you them na me bu ofu kura mo betra mo say ye nya 60-40 Kwafo ana
plea bargain.
Me said that I know your connection I could for the debate to my June 2022 and oko amended sa offenses act no e the plea bargain shame mon fa na munja 60% into eba mungudi ano. How do you build such a country like that? And to make my problem and difficulty with this administration.
Are you saying that fin na plea bargain e ba ye mere mu ano?
Then na sa aspect ni nim ye amended in ye debate shame 2022. Short idea. Send a bay young for a bit embody warm.
Okay.
What about national service? I catch you say. Sika pubu afango for so. And then the punishment. I don't know what power to actually. Say buy every.
Okay. So what you just saw, and Sema Solomon Wusu Edituja. Or patches the evidence there is clear. Now, one of the things for can if we be a 1 hour drink and Kosua until the Okana say NSA. Ebra His Excellency, former President, His Excellency Nana Dankwa for the Wabi power no. Omuko courts ekoye amendment of a year constitution and omuye a judicial reform. Sa judicial reform no omuye it was simple. In some of the two John was simple say. Say uyo bi na we aban sika na echiwa. Ye ma option to pay 60% of a year a kana wa board the state no. Na ye njao. Now the question obisa ne say, does it mean say these people all along no meaning say so when we need elections now the National Democratic Congress will go after them. Now ye sure idea how 8 months after election Team Ora before so the buzz about Team Ora was there. Yinina ye TH ni efisi e ba be arrest your mueni. Ene huntimi enya ho enenam eye campaign. Ene Bawumia enya ho enenam eye campaign. Ene these aban penifo ya cheche omu nyina ebi mu kra timi call eye press conference. Ye chewa ene e be soa MP before in 2 buses no ma be protest e wo Yoko office e wo court watch ye nipa freedom of speech o tete Mahama is persecuting us. These people were enriching themselves. Now and then the evidence against Dr. Bawumia is clear. Obisa say ebra ono company or party ono so abua party no donate 124 pickups, brand new pickups. As at the time na Dr. Dr. Bawumia MPP elusu 2012 elections are call back to the banking sector no. And now you as just a normal bank manager no. How much was your salary? Even if your salary was 10,000 cedis a month, then crana pick up back $60,000. If people like in Japan are talking almost my boa abino, my tosei, I'm a MPP near the idea, or Mudikan because they are businessmen, they can prove their source of their income. Bawumia, where is the poultry farm? The catcher, even if you have a poultry farm. So these are some of the analogy. Now, one of the things I question is okay, if this whole thing koswa, muncha kwanya obit makaso, BBC akoso ya chirobi, akoso, because social ruthless, there was screens so I say Brazil former president, that's Bolsonaro, sentenced to 27 years after landmark coup plot conviction. This was the most powerful man in Brazil. One of the most powerful men in the world. Just for 3 years ago, Pape, no other number 7 and number 5. And then Bolsonaro is going to jail for 27 years because of corruption-related activities and how election and Papa Nangasa no person will be fiso. It is a similar, your friend is saying, evil thing ex-president Akufo-Addo and some people in his government, and then they are working free. They looted the state, they took the state's money, they sold our lands, they made themselves rich. And then Meno say, Upe, a former finance minister, Ken Ofriata, Ebisane say, contract we are course, no, explain Kekekrawunyan because Akoshe US, beginning since last year, Tuabano, Papia Koshe US, Omba. What is the work of the OSP? Office of the Special Prosecutor. All of a sudden, you stopped working with Interpol or what? Yet Chrome has say, and the United States for America. Almost in Crophobi Chrome has say, almost your fraudsters, almost your Sakawa. And I said, almost scamming Crawford America. They came to Ghana. They seek a collaborative effort with the Ghana police, with the friend is a BNI, now NIB. Arrested these people, Kojo Boats, a year, that Joe Remes, any in Crawford that no Makano. Omuwi and the sounds extradite them to the United States of America to face charges. Now OSPs America tima bakroma beche obi a mo believe say wa bo omo state and omo country ni krono to the extent say ye pass any pan properties bi owo bia okroma no mo nton na mo for say scan ma America for no mfa nko tua won a omo fraud omo. That was how come you saw Shatawale a year stolen car no sa Lamborghini. That was how come I see Yoku Foko retrieve here. So the big question here is, if all of these things have gone on, what is stopping the Office of the Special Prosecutor from storming the United States of America, Maryland, Bebia, Ken Oforiata, or what is here? Now one collaborative efforts with the FBI. Now one chamber because on your Ghana ni on your American, so extraditing him to the country and now back to his origin, the country of origin or anything. Yet he has seen now. And also could you tabla kwa unyano. Baby odni ni esi Israel-Palestinian conflict empire home. I have 1 year no your friend is saying issues are ekoso. And they say a Ghana phobia have been displaced someone could be Ivory Coast. Meanwhile, in other countries like Brazil, they are taking the whip by jailing their former president for 27 years. What is really happening in this country? It's no papa say, why don't we start with Bawumia? The evidence is clear. Oshe has say or say, former Brazilian president Jair Bolsonaro was jailed on Thursday. On Thursday, that is now to 27 years and 3 months in prison hours after being convicted of plotting coup to remain in power after losing the 2022 elections, dealing a powerful rebuke to one of the world's most prominent far-right populists. The conviction ruling by a panel of 5 justices on Brazil's Supreme Court, who also agreed on the sentence, made the 70-year-old Bolsonaro the first former president in the country's history to be convicted for attacking democracy and drew disapproval from the Trump administration. In fact, at the time, I need the power in the arguments and Bolsonaro, the fans, any Trump making it say, oh, a threat to democracy, mujeli former presidents now, yebema tariffs, the tariffs better so. Brazil said, bring it on. We don't give a hoot about your tariffs. America, hono biti mi catch them with the ammonia na. Muti mi fa F2 bomba ko bombi obi kroma ko tsamu crew. Mudi en come ansem. We don't tell you how to rule and live your lives, but you can come to our country, tell us how to rule and how to govern and who to jail and who not to jail. You guys are crazy. They defy the US and they've jailed their former presidents. And now the big question is, what is really happening in regards to the former president and in the cohorts. Shaha, also the criminal case is almost a meeting between Brazil and its past, its present and its future. Justice Carla Lucia said before her vote to convict Bolsonaro, referring to a history checked with military coups and attempted to overthrow democracy. There was ample evidence that Bolsonaro, who is currently under house arrest, acted with purpose of ending democracy and institutions. She said 4 of the 5 judges voted to convict the former president of 5 crimes, taking part in armed criminal organization, attempting to abolish democracy, organizing a coup, and damaging government property and protected cultural assets. Meanwhile, come to Ghana. Bragana Sisia never shadi. 8 months of a year, Mahama's presidency, there are big questions among for ABS. I said, Mahama, what is next? Ghanaians voted for it because who to me, can't say at the end of the day, you don't have the majority or what? You have over 2/3 majority. Akwetia by elections, Kramu say we need home. Anyway, you Chief Justice. So where is the excuse of you not jailing the people? Omua Bemu. The previous people were no more Bemu. That is Omutika Nesika. And this is a very serious issue. Before then, young Kwasha ba because Captain Smart, as also the Nanua Betun say, in penny fork and saying, say, you ti, now one Kasahua, ye bonny. Baby, Mahama Momo no corner, yet the answer I say, de me film. And to him, no, you see, this is what is really happening. And the same thing happened in Akufo-Addo's government. Obekai per year, the first tenure of ex-president Akufo-Addo,